Welcome back, folks, to the series where we make a historic Brawl deck for every single legendary creature in Streets of New Capenna. Today's deck is going to be for Rocco, Cabaretti Caterer. He's a 3-color, non-head of house, same thing as Tola's. So he's in red, green, white, which gives us some interesting options to build with. But the most interesting thing about him is what he actually does. When you cast him, you can search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less, where X is an additional cost you pay as you cast. Put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. So you could probably do a couple clever things with this. The most easy one is, since he's in green, there's a lot of ramp. You could probably use him to fetch stuff out in that. You could probably use him for fetching combo pieces if you're going to do something clever. I have done more of the first thing here. The deck we'll be playing today has a fair amount of green ramp combined with just general additional ramp. And finally, a lot of the red treasure generation cards, all leading into a few decent mid-tier cards. So we've got Toski, Yasharn. We actually have Jetmir in here because he's, he fits, right? He's the Cabaretti. Solemn Simulacrum, but then leading into a bunch more larger, bulky drops around 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. And of course we have Ulamog, included in every historic Brawl deck that expects to ever go to 10 mana. Not his actual name, but it might as well be. If I was making this deck sort of, not differently, but if I had access to the entire card pool, the one big card that I would probably add, as much as I hate running into this thing, would probably be Craterhoof Behemoth. I've probably misspelled that, but let's just pull it up. Yeah. As an 8-drop XX, where X is the number of creatures you control, being able to fetch this guy out would be really cool. As a sort of cheap version of that for poor people, we are running Endray's Forerunners instead. We also have a fair number of just big treasure generators, brawly dudes, but actually I meant to fix the lands in this deck, so let's just do that real quick while we start here. Land. Let's not look at all the lands that I don't own and can't have. Crag Crown, Pathway. We'll do this really quickly so that it doesn't throw off the deck's tempo. So we'll just go with just the 2 sides and the shocks for the appropriate color. We won't toss in anything else because I have tested this a little bit and it's not perfect, but it's fun. It turns the game out into a fairly brawly game. And Needle Verge. Shouldn't there be green? That green red. Shouldn't there be green white? Maybe that's not a part of that cycle. Okay, yep, so we fixed the decks up. We've added red green, 2 red greens, and 2 white reds. So I'll just cut a plains and I'll cut a mountain. Bring us back down real quick. I know my voice is probably a little scratchy. I've had a lot of work-related calls today. It's been just the greatest busy time. Love Tuesday. But we'll just grab this out, and I hope I click those right buttons, because otherwise you're seeing another deck that is absolutely not part of this challenge. So our general game plan with this deck is pretty straightforward. We're going to try to find a way to generate a lot of mana, and then just play Cabaretti into grabbing out the right big bomb that we need at the moment. If things don't go as well for us, or things aren't as smooth, there's still a bunch of little cards we can go to grab out to try to catch up, to try to do some draw, to try to do other stuff. The other big thing, actually, that I think I forgot to mention earlier, this deck has in it, is it has a fair amount of cards that either can't be counterspelled or make it so your cards can't be counterspelled. So Rhythm of Nature, how is this as an opening hand? This is pretty bad. I'm going to mulligan that. Wrong colors, but better. All right, let's go with it. We got Goldhound, which is itself counts as a treasure. We've got Sticky Fingers, which can do some work on its own as well. And our hope is we're going to be able to cheat in. Yep, that's what I want. Needle Verge, don't need you yet. Can I do 2 cards this turn? I think I can. I think I do Forest, Sticky Fingers, Combat, Treasure Token, Birth of Meletis. That might have been the wrong call. Well, we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if he just removes the Goldhound now. It's going to be very annoying. And his starter is Obnixilis, of course. Okay, so I think I see where his deck is going. It's generating lots of things to sacrifice into Obnixilis. What can we do about that, if anything? What does Obnixilis do? It loses 2 life unless they discard a card. Create a 1/1, discards. Okay, so this guy actually isn't very scary unless he gets him into casualty. Let's put the plants into place. We have all of our colors to work with. And then, is there a 1-drop I want right now out of the deck? I don't think so. We could go grab it though anyway. If we do that now, then Rocco won't be able to come back. Or we can wait 1 turn. Let's wait 1 turn, and let's go see if we can grab a 6-drop instead, I think. Not 6-drop, sorry. Be able to grab like a 2-drop or a 3-drop based on whether or not he chooses to blow up the Goldhound right now. Oh, he's just going to sack it. You jerk. Well played. No reason to not. He's got the... I'm surprised he didn't just sack Goldhound to remove it from the board, but maybe he's got another way to remove it. Oh, he can just do it with Hobble Fiend. That's why he didn't. Ugh. He's going to get a lot out of that. That's fine though. We still have. We'll still go grab. We'll play Rocco. We'll grab a 2-drop. Interesting. I still get the draw. Okay. Do I have any discard a card? We have a lot of lands. I don't need this many lands right now. Well, there's our win con. We just have to make sure this game goes another 7 turns, which is going to be what some people have described as somewhat difficult. Let's do it anyway. It's not like he's going to counterspell me. Yes, I would like to do that. That's the whole reason that I played him. Loyal Warhound, Magda. Loyal Warhound would have been good if we'd maybe... Well, we'd have to sandbag, at which point it's like, what's the point? Magda does not have First Strike or anything. Ogrehead Helm. I'm going to get this guy. We can, worst case scenario, we stick him onto the wall, and then... Right now, unless we pull, I think there's maybe 1 or 2 board wipes in this deck. I'd have to go double check. We're not doing too hot with this lineup. I'll play it out, though. I think that he's a fairly aggro deck. He should be able to... Oh, you know what? What is the full art for this? Well, I have... Boo. Yeah, he's just a very aggressive opening hand. I think we're pretty hosed here. Let's play a green just so we have our full pool. We'll just play it out. I don't think we live another turn. And the best time to do that would not have been my own turn, but no attacks and turn. So he's got 6 incoming. Dude, you have board state here. I'm just gonna... Alright, I'm not spending my time on the rest of this game. We're hosed. Unless he literally accidentally just continually misclicks until he doesn't have any more life yet. And I have no interest in being like, hey, let me wait for you to do your stupid combo. Those are the most annoying people that I hated to play this game against when I played in paper. People who will build decks around doing some sort of big aggressive combo, and then they'll get lethal on the board because the deck isn't actually good enough at pulling off the combo to like fully commit to it. And then they'll be like, no, I'm going to take an extra 7 or 8 turns to like wait to try to get my combo cards up. We don't have the colors to support this. Free mulligan. This deck was doing a lot better in earlier testing. Mulligan. Keep 6. Actually, Elish Norn is the one that needs to go back in the library. Alright, we have the colors. We'll have a turn 4 Migration Path if he's not playing. This is actually one of the cards I'm looking forward to building a deck for. Very simple but straightforward effect that I feel could be just kind of interesting, which is just whenever you draw cards, you get life, your opponent loses life. Nothing fancier, nothing trickier. I think he probably doesn't have a blue in hand, otherwise I feel like he would have already played it. But perhaps I'm wrong. Next and turn. Is he gonna flash something in? No, he's just digging for his blue land. What are the odds that he has Mana Tith in his hand? Search your library for the 2 basic lands. We're gonna go grab. We have 2 white. We don't have 2 red. We don't have 2 green. Let's go grab. We have red in hand. Let's go grab 2 green just because I feel like that's probably going to be the limiting factor. But I knew this nightmare was one that was gonna last. Been listening to a lot of ska recently. I like ska. Why do I like ska? Well, it's very simple. When I was born, a little fairy came down from the sky and said, you're going to have terrible taste until the day that you die. And that's why I like ska. Let's see if he has a counterspell. I wouldn't be surprised if he does. If he does, we'll just... Oh, he's going to let me have that. Alright. Well, I'm not going to combat yet. Does he have removal? He must have something. I want to hold Thrill Possibility until he commits the blue mana. Maybe I should have gone for the Biogenic Ooze or something instead, but there we go. Actually, we'll... let's get rid of... Hoffer only does a lot if I have a big board presence. 1, 2... Hey, Cavalier Dawn. I like this card. Maybe I should have gotten 3 planes, because I can't cast this still. So the real question is, am I just now going to play into... Nope! Oh, goody 2 shoes. Don't love you. Forest lands in addition to their other types. So it's not non-land permanents. Do we have... So here's an interesting question. Does he feel more threatened by God Eternal or Troistani? Because at least this guy gets me some more board presence, even if he gets returned to my hand immediately. And if he doesn't have any creatures, he can't really use Teferi super well. This card is a frustrating card to play against. I think honestly this deck's curve might just have too much big stuff in it. Those are some really crappy opening hands. Well, I guess at some point, even if it's 1-for-1 for the rest of this little brawl, I guess I'll play the Thorn Mammoth. I think I need life more than I need to, like, even if I blocked Teferi, he's still 2 turns off the... He's still 2 turns off the combo. That is a 4-drop. I would have 3 mana left. Is he playing full control or is he just... Okay, so this is control, but he's still down to 3 cards in hand. So I guess he built life gain, draw, control. I'm just amazed that like... So let's see. 4/6, 5/6. We'll play it out. Don't love you, buddy. Even if we clear the board, he's just 1 step away from getting that emblem, and that might as well be game over. No blocks. We can't let him get that emblem. He will just straight up win if we do. Well, 1, 2, 3. That's a 5-drop. That's a 5-drop. Is there any single creature in my deck that can save me? Not that I can think of, but hey, let's go for it. I really doubt this is even going to resolve. I'm shocked. That's game. So the thing is that this deck has a lot of like cheaper drops in it. I'm kind of surprised. Did this not save my changes the earlier? Let me check. Because I don't remember this deck being just 5 drops. I remember this having a semi-decent curve. Yeah. Yeah, we got 20. Yeah, I don't know. We have 20 plus earlier game drops. I am just not pulling any of them. Not a single one. Oh well. See, look, where was this last time? Early game, correct color ramp, pay 2 life, Goldhound. What's this going to be? Token generation? Well, you can't stop me from hitting you repeatedly in the face. I could have tapped 3 to commit to the Serpopard, but I don't think... So see, this is the thing. We have the stuff to block the counter spells, just weren't pulling any of them. Alright. Let's wait one more turn to kick that off. Yeah. Is this 3 colors? Yes. But it's red, black, white. So there's only one counterspell in the format. Next turn, we'll try to play Hoffrey and see if he's going to let the... They cast in there 20 more creatures with 3 values. Graveyard, hand, library, seek 2 creatures, 3 or less, put 1 in the battlefield. Interesting. Put 1 to the battlefield and shuffle the other into your library. Yarnox Fenlurker. I don't actually need you this game. So, let's get rid of you. Okay. I have first strike. Okay, now we have Hoffrey. Next to combat, no attacks, and turn. So next turn we'll have 6 mana. Lilith Spider Queen. Yep, here come the tokens. Setting up for... Yep. I'm shocked. Shocked! Well, not at shocked. What do you do? Untap another target creature, other creatures you control have haste. So we can go grab a 3-drop. We can work on creating some more token generation. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we wait for 4, we could go grab Jetmir, actually. And we're even on lands. I just don't like the idea of letting him set up with Lilith. Let's see if we can wait one more turn to do this. Double strike, vigilance, haste. Does he have enough to block this? Not without being very unhappy. Let's commit that. You've haste. You have death touch? No, you just have menace and reach. I don't want Hoffrey dead. I don't care if you 2 die because you'll get better. I guess he only has to block with a single blocker. Still, I would rather that he had more cards in the graveyard than less. Alright, if we really need to... I probably should have played Magda. Oh well. He's not getting the lands he wants just yet. It's about 2 less for each, so he can bring that down to 4. He'll probably do it next turn, but we'll see if he's willing to... Your opponent discards a card. I'll get rid of this card that I can cast again from my graveyard. Kind of... Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, this is exactly what we want. 5, -1, pay 4, auto pay. Yes, I will. You know who I'm going to go get? Actually, maybe I should grab Toski instead. Whoever I grab still has, so let me see. Jetmir, Vigilance, Trample. Let's grab Toski. He's already committed Despark. I think he's going to have a more miserable time trying to deal with the indestructible 1/1 in his colors than the... Okay. Now, let's see if you have... that would have been beautiful. I was hopeful for a brief moment there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have 7 yet, so we can't play the Thorn Mammoth out. Okay. Sacrifice a creature. I wonder who I will get rid of. Now is a very interesting time because we'll get to see if he remembers that this has double strike or not. He does. Shame. We don't have 2 sources of white yet. That's a nice avatar you have there. Be a shame if something happened to it. How badly do we need to deal with... You've Trample, right? Pick your poison, buddy. Alright, so we refilled our hand, but unfortunately we appear to have refilled it entirely with lands, which is, you know, not ideal. Also, I'm pretty sure he can just play Croxa again here, but that's okay. We'll just discard the Halo Scarb. Maybe we don't, actually. We have haste. We can haste everybody. I don't think we do. He's got a lot of treasure. He has a lot of treasure to work with. What? Maybe he was... I still don't get it. Let's get rid of the mountain instead. This is whenever Thorn Mammoth or another creature you control... Oh, okay. He's just gonna... I still think he had sort of a chance there. Oh, you know what? Maybe... You know what? I'm dumb. If I just went for hard lethal, I think he's a little hosed. Alright. How long have we been streaming? 29 minutes? We'll do 1 or 2 more games, and then we'll wrap this thing up. And then, what else do I need to do today? Well, nobody has texted me regarding work, so that means that the horrible things regarding my real job that were going wrong have hopefully not continued to go wrong, because, you know, love working in the dish pit. Love it when the dish pit just breaks in production. There's no good way to metaphorically use a restaurant to describe software engineering. Okay, we got 3 colors. That's good. We have 3 drops. We have land, who's his commander. It's probably something annoying with elves. Let's keep. Command tower. We don't have anything until turn 3, though. That's kind of bad. I'm just hoping he's got less until... You're monocolor! Why are you playing that? It's a monocolor deck! Just run a forest instead! Field of the whatever was already banned. There's no point playing the Halo Fountain until we can actually utilize it. Let's do Plundering Barbarian, create a treasure token, and cheat out Cavalier next turn for faster land. Create a treasure token. Yeah, we'll do Cavalier of Thorns next turn, I think. New plan. We don't... No, wait. It has to be the Cavalier of Thorns, doesn't it? Yes, because if we don't do Cavalier of Thorns, we won't have land to keep ramping into the rest of this. Put a land card among them onto the battlefield, and the rest into your graveyard. We will take the Sacred Foundry. I don't have any more 1-drops. Enters tapped. No attacks. Cool. So now we can do Wandering Archaic next turn. This was a really solid cycle of cards. Usually when they do like mythic cycles, there's 1 or 2 of them that just absolutely bite. But I feel like every single card in that cycle was just good. We could... You don't have Trample. You're green, though. This guy's going to be a real pain in the butt for you to deal with. Hey, and there's our land drop. Gotta keep those precious land drops up. He gets a free exile though, but mobilized district. Is he gonna play the land this turn? No, he's not doing. All right. Ooh, that's annoying. Can we do this? Ravager Worm fights. Even if I put a +1/+1 on it, that's not enough. It's a 6 whatever, so it's somewhat obnoxiously big. Let's do this instead. You have to attack, but I don't have to throw anybody else away. Oh, but he can just start making it really big, and now he's got 6 mana to work with. This all of a sudden turned really bad for me. Is it going to be Wandering Archaic? Yes, it is. I'm shocked. Not shocked. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, but you're all tapped out now. Oh. Okay. Let's think about this. I could cheat out Jetmir. If I can get to 10, I can cast Ulamog. I'm just 3 away from 10. I could cheat out Jetmir. Jetmir would give everybody Vigilance and +1/+1, which makes that an even trade. Let's go do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Take action. Yasharn is decent. Jetmir is really good. Is there anybody who might be better? I don't think so. Jetmir, Nexus of Revels. And oh, I could have gone 1 more with the. Oh no, the Hound wouldn't have. No, I could have. That was kind of dumb of me. But this is fine. Even if he Why did he choose to block Troisky? Maybe he's afraid of like 1 combat trick. Samut, Voice of Dissent. So he can play a bunch of creatures and blow up a bunch of stuff this turn, including Jetmir. But Jetmir makes it so that he can't get Cavalier of Thorns for free anymore, and personally I'll take it. Okay. Depressing. It's still only an 8-2. I'm still much closer than you think to being able to turn this around. And you're still only running off 4 land. Oh, except he can still do that. -3. I don't think he will. I don't think that's hugely in his favor, is it? What do I know? Not enough, apparently. Do we want to get Jetmir back? Yeah. Thanks. Creatures you control have haste. Untap another target creature. Do we have lethal? Not quite. We're pretty close though. We have 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we've got 7 still. So no, we have 8. We have 8 from the Goldhound. Does that change much? Now the real question is, can I do math? So he has 9 and 8, 17, 18, 19, 20. Who cares? When all else fails, go face. Forest. Plains. I think we probably lose because I don't think I did that right. I think I probably should have done Jetmir, punched face, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now we just have to hope that he doesn't have lethal and doesn't think to destroy my Goldhound. If those 2 conditions are met, we can still win. So now we just hope that the other cards in his hand are not buff spells, like the ones that he's already used. That's still only 20 damage. That's not lethal. He's got 3 mana. Can he get 3 damage out of 3 mana? He probably can. Or she. Or they. Whichever one it happens to be. I don't particularly care. What's more important to me is, does he have a buff spell that he can cast for 3 or less during the combat step? Oh, no, he can't. He'd have to swing with these. So he needs something that gives +3 that costs 2 green, I think. Alternately, if he just doesn't remove all of my stuff. That's right. I have a wall. But perhaps more importantly than a wall, I have Ulamog. Ceaseless Hunger. Otherwise known as the deck, the card that we run in every single deck, because in this format, if the game goes long enough and you play that card, you might just win. Okay, I don't actually run Ulamog in every single deck. I don't run him in aggro. I don't actually really run him in control. Why did I craft him originally? He's just a fun card. Alright, we'll do one more game. Gotta de-redeem ourselves after that last one. Dedeem. Ooh, Clothis. Clothis is a fun card. Though it's not a fun card if this is our opening hand. I go first. Free mulligan can't hurt. Yeah, that's much better. Enters tapped. Turn 2 will be Magda, turn 3 will be Cultivate. Yep, that's fine. Magda is doing what she needs to, which is causing trades. I knew this nightmare was one that was gonna last. Alright, let's grab a forest and... we have a lot of mountains. Let's grab a forest and a plains. Maybe we should have grabbed two forests instead. Is it worth playing the Jetmir this turn? I think it is, because it means that we're set up to play Rocco next turn to fetch a 3-drop, and that'll give us Vigilance and +1/+0. I'm rethinking that plan now. Yeah, still gonna take it. I don't think he actually wants to trade. I don't think he'll actually want to trade. Yes, I will. Scarab can't be countered. I don't think he'll actually want to trade the... let's go grab the Inspiring Overseer. I don't think that feels like a great trade for him. Yep, okay, called it. I was right. So now he's going to throw Clothis in? There's no real reason not to. He's not at... let's see, so he's at 3 of... move your commander to the command zone. Yes, I will. Come on, buddy. Swing with the Gareth. Swing, batter, batter, batter. No. Alright, we don't get a swing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. I see no reason to keep the pressure up or force him to trade. Loyal Warhound doesn't do too much for us right now. Ogrehead Helm will present a problem. Halo Scarab allows us to keep ramping. Let's grab that instead. Yep. Yeah. He had to get rid of Jetmir, otherwise it was just gonna go poorly. Okay, no, you're a pain in the butt though. You can do 1 damage to each target player, creature, or planeswalker. Yes, I will. I can't block that, but I will block you. So we just need to keep trying to get our ramp up as high as possible. And then not losing all of our board state while we do that. I'll hold the rest of this. Obviously, he's got his big drops out now, so I think that we need to wait until... oh no, what do you do? I've not played against you. What's in your spellbook? Is it lots of demons? What set are you even from? Claw this. He'll have tools to remove me. Let's go dig for some more cards. Hey, that's what I like to see, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Where damage shark reach blade draw has tail will do. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. Okay. We'll keep. No attacks, end to turn. Old Gnawbone. Old Gnawbone will be a problem for you. Now, yep. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't go for the other one. Alright. Does he have another even bigger bomb? That I'm not thrilled about. Blaze Juicy, you reach skyward. Okay, you have a 4/5. It's indestructible. I don't care that much. I'm really hoping that in green you don't have a way of dealing 7 damage in one turn. Bugger that card. Well, that's right on time. Plains. Ulamog the Bite Me. It's just such a good card. What are they going to do against it in green and red? The answer is keel over and wait to die. One of the first Magic, maybe not first, but earlier, my favorite Magic decks that I've ever made, and by favorite, I mean I like the deck enough that I still remember it making to this day, was a deck that was basically all Defender mana dorks. The only purpose of the deck was to try to get Emrakul the Aeon's Torn out by turn 10. But not turn 10, sorry. Try to get Emrakul the Aeon's Turn, which I believe is a 20 cost, out on turn 4. And everything in the deck was devoted to doing that. Now, it turned out that Emrakul the Aeon's Torn is actually kind of bad if you then just play something like Pacifism on it. So, you know, the deck did leave something to be desired in terms of actually being good, but it was very funny. Because people would be like, all right, what the fuck is that? The fuck is that? What the fuck is this? And then I'd be like, oh, wait a minute, I can just play any of the cards that, I can just enchant it. Or play Fog. But it was a lot of fun. So the thing that I ended up readapting that deck into was like a green-black... I think green-black Reanimator is probably the right way to put it. But I basically just would slot out in and out of that big creature drop slot any like cool fun cards that I wanted to play, but didn't have like a good way of actually playing. So there was a Rat Ninja that I enjoyed playing. I don't remember what they did. It was like Fearmonger, something. The Fearmonger. I'd have to go. Let me see if that's a real card. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. don't think I have anything more expensive than 8 left in the deck after Ulamog. So, here, let me see if I can find this card real quick while we wait for this person to take their turn. Not Gearmonger. I don't even know. Fearmonger, MTG. Valor's the Field. Is it Valor's the Fearmonger? No. There's MTG. Nezumi? That sounds. No. Alright, so, well, that card will have to remain to another day. But suffice to say, this is one of very few Magic decks that I made that I actually remember playing a lot and really having fun with. It wasn't Commander. We actually just played... I guess... So technically the format that we played in college, I think, would technically have been Vintage. But the thing is that when everybody is like just starting out the game and nobody's like buying tons of cards, you don't end up with a format that plays anything like quote unquote real Vintage. You just end up with the people making a bunch of like funky decks that they like to play. Let's open this pack real quick and then we will end the stream for the day. So couple rougher games in there, but we managed to... Wow, I hate Structural Assault. This card's terrible. It's a miserable card. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by to watch. We will continue to make these. If you liked it, have comments, anything like that, please leave a comment. Please subscribe to the channel. I want to keep making these until I've done every single legendary creature in Streets of Capenna. We'll see if I run out of wild cards before that first. I don't think I will. I have a lot. But until that time, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment if you've got feedback or any of that, and I will see you next time.